What if a society doesn't collapse because of enemies, but because it forgets how to recognize the right people? Not because strength disappears, but because it's misused. Welcome to Nerdjacker's Vault. Today we're stepping into the Works of Mozi, Volume 1, a system that treats governance less like philosophy and more like structure. If the structure holds, the state holds. If it doesn't, everything weakens. It begins with something direct. States survive when they value the worthy and employ the capable. They fail when they don't. Mozi points to a pattern. Leaders who endured hardship but surrounded themselves with capable people rose to power. Those who relied on flattery and silence lost control. So the principle is simple. Choose well, or decline follows. But ability alone isn't enough. Character matters. The superior man is not defined by birth, but by discipline. Strict with himself, steady in conduct, consistent over time. Not performing virtue, but living it. Because without that, everything else breaks. Knowledge becomes hollow. Courage becomes reckless. Reputation fades. So virtue is not an ideal, it's function. Then comes an image, a piece of silk placed in dye. Whatever it is immersed in, it becomes. People are shaped the same way, so are states. Good influences create order, bad ones create disorder. Nothing remains untouched by its surroundings. From here, the system becomes more precise. Nothing works without standards. A craftsman uses tools, a builder uses measurements. So what guides a ruler? Not opinion, not habit, something consistent. For Mozi, that standard is heaven, impartial, stable, beneficial. Its principle is clear. People should benefit one another. Harm should be avoided. When governance aligns with this, order follows. When it doesn't, disorder begins. Then the focus turns practical. Why do states fail? Not in theory, but in reality. Weak defenses, poor resource use, corrupt officials, overconfidence, lack of preparation. A state that spends on luxury while neglecting essentials invites collapse, famine, rebellion, invasion. What looks sudden is usually slow neglect. This becomes clearer in the critique of excess. Earlier rulers built what was needed. Later rulers built what was impressive. Palaces, feasts, decoration. All of it drawing from the people, returning little. The result is predictable. Strain, imbalance, instability. So the question becomes simple. Does it serve a purpose? If not, it weakens the state. Then comes a central idea. Exalt the virtuous, not in words, but in action. Promote based on ability, not status, not closeness. Because capable individuals strengthen the system, and the opposite weakens it. Mozi points out the contradiction. A ruler selects skilled workers for small tasks, but entrusts an entire state to the unqualified, and expects it to function. It would not. There comes enforcement. Virtue must be supported. Rewards for the good, punishments for the harmful, clearly aligned. If they are not, people stop responding. Motivation disappears. Disorder spreads, because behavior follows incentives. From here, the system expands. Early society was chaotic. Everyone followed their own view. So authority was established. A hierarchy, each level aligned with the one above it. Village, district, state, empire. But even this doesn't end at the ruler. Above him is heaven. If he fails to align with it, consequences follow. Not just politically, but through disorder itself. So governance is not separate from the world, it reflects it. Then comes something more subtle. Information. A ruler cannot see everything. So the system depends on people reporting what they see. Actions, good and bad, move upward. A network of awareness forms. The ruler governs through it, which means accountability is shared, and clarity becomes power. At the same time, public judgment matters. If rewards and punishments align with what people recognize as just, stability forms. If not, authority weakens. So order depends on alignment, both above and below. And throughout all of this, Mozi returns to the same contrast. Earlier rulers were disciplined, focused on stability. Later rulers become distracted, indulgent, detached from consequence, and the pattern repeats: decline. So the system is not abstract, it is built on repetition, seen again and again. And at the center of it all is one idea: alignment. Between people, between actions and results, between rulers and standards, and above all, with heaven. Because when that alignment holds, the system remains stable. And when it breaks, everything else follows. That's all for today. Please subscribe for more contents like this. For the full audiobook, please check the link in the description.